The restorative theme. You love to solve problems. Whereas some are dismayed when they encounter yet another breakdown, you can be energized by it. You enjoy the challenge of analyzing the symptoms, identifying what is wrong, and finding the solution. You may prefer practical problems or conceptual ones or personal ones. You may seek out specific kinds of problems that you have met many times before and that you are confident you can fix. Or you may feel the greatest push when faced with complex and unfamiliar problems. Your exact preference are determined by your other themes and experiences. But what is certain is that you enjoy bringing things back to life. It is a wonderful feeling to identify the undermining factors, eradicate them, and restore something to its true glory. Intuitively, you know that without your intervention, this thing, this machine, this technique, this person, this company might have ceased to function. You fixed it, resurrected it, rekindled it, phrasing it the way you saved it. Restorative people like to solve problems, so for my example, I'll be solving a problem.
The strategic theme enables you to sort through the clutter and find the best route. It is not a skill that can be taught. It is a distinct way of thinking, a special perspective on the world at large. The perspective allows you to see patterns which others simply see complexity. Mindful of these patterns, you play out alternative scenarios, always asking, what if this happened? Okay, well, what if this happened? This reoccurring question helps you see around the next corner. There you can evaluate accurately the potential obstacles. Guided by where you see each path leading, you start to make selections. You discard the paths that lead nowhere. You discard the paths that lead straight into resistance. You discard the paths that lead into a fog of confusion. You cull and make selections until you arrive at the chosen path, your strategy. Armed with your strategy, you strike forward. This is your strategic theme at work. What if, select, strike.
Strategic people like to figure things out, like how to get through the snow. North!
Where am I headed, you ask yourself. You ask this question every day, guided by this theme of focus. You need a clear destination. Lacking one, your life and your work can quickly become frustrating. And so each year, each month, and even each week, you set goals. These goals then serve as your compass, helping you determine priorities and make the necessary corrections to get back on course. Your focus is powerful because it forces you to filter. You instinctively evaluate whether or not a particular action will help you move forward toward your goal. Those that don't are ignored. In the end, then, your focus forces you to be efficient. Naturally, the flip side of this is that it causes you to become impatient with delays, obstacles, and even tangents, no matter how intriguing they appear to be. This makes you an extremely valuable team member. When others start to wander down other avenues, you bring them back to the main road. Your focus reminds everyone that if something is not helping you move towards your destination, then it is not important. And if it is not important, then it is not worth your time. You keep everyone on point. For my example of focus, I will be reading from a magazine.
Competition is rooted in comparison. When you look at the world, you are instinctively aware of other people's performance. Their performance is the ultimate yardstick. No matter how hard you tried, no matter how worthy your intentions, if you reached your goal but did not outperform your peers, the achievement feels hollow. Like all competitors, you need other people. You need to compare. If you can compare, you can compete. And if you can compete, you can win. And when you win, there is no feeling quite like it. You like measurement because it facilitates comparisons. You like other competitors because they invigorate you. You like contests because they must produce a winner. You particularly like contests where you know you have the inside track to be the winner. Although you are gracious to your fellow competitors and even stoic in defeat, you don't compete for the fun of competing. You compete to win. Over time, you will come to avoid contests where winning seems unlikely.
For our example of competition, we're going to be arm wrestling. Go!
The relator describes your attitude toward your relationships. In simple terms, the relator theme pulls you toward people you already know. You do not necessarily shy away from meeting new people. In fact, you may have other themes that cause you to enjoy the thrill of turning strangers into friends, but you do derive a great deal of pleasure and strength from being around your close friends. You are comfortable with intimacy. Once the initial connection has been made, you deliberately encourage a deepening of the friend relationship. You want to understand their feelings, their goals, their fears, and their dreams, and you want them to understand yours. You know that this kind of closeness implies a certain amount of risk. You might be taken advantage of, but you are willing to accept the risk. For you, a relationship has value only if it is genuine, and the only way to know that is to entrust yourself to the other person. The more you share with each other, the more you risk together. The more you risk together, the more each of you proves your caring is genuine. These are your steps toward real friendship, and you take them willingly.
For my example of relator, I'm going to be sitting and having a conversation with my friend. How are you today?
I'm cold. How are you?
It's freezing out. I hate the snow, but it's been an okay day.
Good, good.